Hello and welcome to Unapologetics. I am Brentley, and I am your host of hosts, or Lord of Hosts, if you will. I'm not really sure why they call him that. I always wondered, why do they call Jesus the host of hosts and Lord of hosts and stuff? It's like there wasn't even podcasts back then. It's stupid. It's like, and I know what you're thinking. Podcasts aren't the only thing with hosts. I know. But there weren't game shows back then either, dude. So you're still fucking wrong. Let's get it right, bud. I guess, okay, so I guess if podcasts were around back then, the version of what a podcast is to us would have been just a dude walking around talking and people following him around and listening and then repeating what he said to other people. So maybe Jesus was the first podcaster. I don't know. That's kind of, never really thought about it, So this is Unapologetics. It's the show where we read a Christian or conspiracy or right-wing article and explain why it's stupid. And this one, this is kind of a doozy. And it's kind of current. This is like a current affairs thing, which I usually don't do. I like for the show to be more like you can listen to it at any time and it doesn't really matter because I'm just like digging up old articles from like forever ago and shit. But I had to do this one. I read, because I guess doing this, my Google and all that shit, all my algorithms are completely fucked. So they have no idea where I land. All they see is one extremism from another. Like it's like, they see like, oh, he's, he looks at a lot of left-wing leftist stuff, and he looks like at a lot of right-wing extremist stuff. We can't tell. He's nowhere in the middle. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. They're like, he's either on the left, like, criticizing the right and hate, or on the left, hate reading the right, or he's either on the right, hate reading the left. We can't tell. So, I just got this one. And this is from, let's see, it's called rsbnetwork.com. And it's RSBN. And it looks really, really Republican-ish. I don't even know what that means, like, but it just has that look. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. It just looks fucking Republican-y. A lot of very stoic-looking pictures of Trump everywhere, But the title of the article is "Trump is Right, : you already lost me right there. Just, no, he's not. No, he's not. Just ever. The double standard in classified document treatment between presidents is glaring. And you know what? I doubt he ever used the word glaring. Even to refer to a group of cats. I do not think he's ever used that fucking word in his goddamn life. So you've already lied once. Sir. So President Trump smacked down the shameless double standard of treatment between former presidents like George W. Bush and himself during an electric Save America rally in Mesa, Arizona last week. Just look at how every other president has been treated when they left office. They've been treated beautifully, he said. Trump's comments came on the heels of an intense battle over allegedly classified documents that the FBI seized during an August raid on his private home in Mar-a-Lago. No, they're not allegedly. They're definitely classified. Not only are they classified, they're so classified that they're actually a whole nother level up from classified called compartmentalized information. And that basically means they're not allowed to leave a particular room in the White House, and each folder of documents has its own lock and key. Like, it's got this, it's just like ultra secure, Mission Impossible level fucking secure area. And each document has, its own, it's not on anything digital, I don't think. I think it's just, you got to read it off of the paper, out of that file, in that room, and then you got to lock it right the fuck back up afterwards. And it's not for anybody's eyes but like 2 or 3 people, right? That's the shit that he took home to a fucking Florida home, right? So he's trying to, trying to basically figure out how to walk out of this shit, right? And we've heard every single excuse that, and they're mutually exclusive too, by the way. Like they're not even they're not even consistent with like what their excuses are. 1 second it's like they're all he declassified all of them apparently secretly while he was in office. So when he took them, it wasn't that big a deal, but he declassified them though. Or the FBI planted them. I hear that one a lot too. So it's not even considered because they don't really care. They just want to convince everybody. So the people that would be more convinced by that excuse, and more people that would be convinced by the other excuse, that's all they're looking to do, right? They're just trying to just throw out a wide net of like because it doesn't really matter. These people are going to believe whatever he says anyway, whether it's logically consistent or not. It doesn't fucking matter, Oh, God, it's so stupid. Since the seizure, the debate over how former presidents have handled possession of supposedly classified documents and records has intensified, drawing attention to the double standard. There is no crime. Is this supposed to be okay, hold on. I think this is a Trump quote again, so let me just hop in the character here. There is no crime having to do with the storage of documents at Mar-a-Lago only in the minds of the radical left lunatics who are destroying our country and were just forced by the courts to give me back much of what they took. In parentheses, stole, all caps, during their unprecedented and unnecessary break into my home. Trump wrote in a post shared to Truth Social this week, eviscerating the narrative that he had done anything out of the ordinary. God. Oh, these things are so funny. So Trump's claim of innocence has plenty of facts to back it up. Whoa, okay, let's see. Okay, I'm really, you got me. Okay, I'll bite. I'm curious. What are these plenty of facts, and how do you define plenty? All right, Bill Clinton and his socks. What? That can't be right. Am I reading that wrong? No, that's what it says. All right, well, Bill Clinton and his socks. All right, got it. President Trump has has referenced Bill Clinton several times to illustrate the justice system's hypocrisy in classified document treatment, alluding to the Judicial Watch v. National Archives and Records Administration case that arose several years ago. According to a report from John Solomon for Just the News. Oh my God. Really? Just the News? All right, let's take a look at Just the News as their source here. God, it's so funny. You can just look at the title of a lot of their articles, and it just takes 2 seconds to be like, oh yeah, no, this is a right-wing this is a right-wing propaganda site. And keep in mind, this is their source now, by the way. Now they have an article, it's like their top one that came up. Gorka, leftists are hostages to their own ideology. Yeah, not a right-wing propaganda website or anything. And there are so many. You can always tell right-wing propaganda sites by the number of ads. You can't even open the page without it almost shutting down your whole fucking system because of how many ads there are. It's overlapping. It's like an email bomb or something that used to get back in the 90s, So the case revolved around audio tapes that were kept in Clinton's sock drawer while he was in the White House. Oh my God, this is not the same. Per the memorandum opinion, U.S. District Judge Jackson ruled that the decision to segregate personal materials from presidential records is made by the president during the president's term and in his sole discretion. While he's in his term, yes. What the fuck do you not get about that? Trump's not the president anymore. As much as you guys would love to fucking think he is, he's not. Okay? He's not the fucking president anymore. He can't declassify stuff after he's already left office, dumb fucks. Jesus Christ, they're so stupid. Trump took to Truth Social to comment on the 2012 ruling. He wrote, "The Clinton sucks case, which in law says it all, belongs to the president. No crime, all caps, all caps. And the presidential record is simple. Negotiate. And no crime, all caps, all caps. Please, these people are crazy, all caps, all caps. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point." According to the search warrant used to raid Trump's home, the FBI was primarily looking for classified documents and information as previously reported on RSBM. They put themselves as a fucking source. Wow, my God. I don't know. There's other ones too, the blue letter thing. Should we do the blue? Yeah, let's do the blue. We don't have a source. Okay, well, just put us. Just put us. Yeah, we'll write it. We'll write an article and just link it to it. Yeah, that'll do it. Jesus Christ. However, the judge in the Clinton Sox case established that the documents could be declassified by the President of the United States when he deemed it necessary to do so. Okay, but you have to be the President of the United States. It's not, not just you have to have been the President of the United States. You have to be the President. That's present tense. President tense. Okay. This begs the question. Oh, fucking god damn it! That they're hitting they're just getting me at my every pet peeve here. Begs the question is an actual thing, you fucking ass. It doesn't mean this. God, this article just is like made just for me to go crazy too. God damn it. Why did the FBI raid Trump's home for documents that were, as Trump has previously stated, okay, that's got to be true then, because Trump stated it, already declassified. So Trump has also said that the documents were well secured and kept under lock and key at the request of the DOJ. Because you know what happened? The DOJ was probably like, "Hey, we need that shit back. Can you just give us the documents back?" And say, "I'll put a lock on the door. How about that?" No, we need the documents back. Well, but I mean, yeah, but go ahead, put the lock on the door. But we need them back though too. Really now. We need them back now. So just till you get them back to, then you can put the lock on the door. But we need them back. Millions of missing Bush emails. In Arizona, Trump told a crowd of eager rally-goers that former President George W. Bush had stored 68 million pages of documents in a Texas warehouse, that he had also lost 22 million White House emails. A 2016 article from Newsweek, okay, there's a decent source at least finally, Jesus Christ, referenced by Trump on Truth Social, alleged that during Bush's administration, the White House reportedly lost 22 million emails written during the chaos of the Iraq War. Yeah, again, I don't think that's the same thing as, taking the, it's not like they took the emails home, like how do you do that? You just, because even so, couldn't you copy the emails and take them home? Like you wouldn't even they wouldn't have to get lost. They can just not, you know what I mean? It's not like you took a thing home. That's just losing something. And something digital at that, which, that happens. I've done that several times on this computer, and several other computers for that matter. But so this is a tweet from Tom Fitton, and this is the Judicial Watch guy. So this is he's crazy. I don't know what. He's a conspiracy theorist guy. He's had like a right-wing YouTube channel for a while. He's nuts. So here's a clip from him.
You have, and it bears repeating, you have on the one hand, you have President Trump having his home raided based on this pretend dispute over documents, and on the other hand, you've got Hunter Biden being protected, Joe Biden being protected by the same Justice Department. So Trump gets harassed, Hunter gets protected. and in the middle of the American people.
Yeah, they were just in the middle here.
Whose concerns about the equal application of the rule of law are completely ignored by the Biden administration.
I swear, this is like the fucking, it's the ref at the football game thing, you know? It's like, oh, we didn't see it when they did it, but, you know, once it happens to us, we get so mad, you know? And then they try to use that same logic flipped. Well, you know, we look the other, you know, I don't know. It's just like, well, they're doing it too, you know, kind of thing, you know, because that's constantly what their argument is, but you did it first or you did it too, you know, so therefore we're allowed to, whatever, you know, it's all this whataboutism bullshit. And the fucking laptop thing, really? Oh my God. Like, I don't know how many times I've asked people online or otherwise, link me to whatever it is that you know is on his laptop. Just tell me what the fuck is on his goddamn laptop. I want to know, okay? I'm willing to look at the evidence. Just show me what you know, what you saw about how you know what is on his laptop. And then they're just like, they keep on repeating, well, it's, you know, it's been proven that the Biden laptop is real. The Biden laptop is real. Okay. Yes, there is a guy named Hunter Biden. Yep. And I'm almost definitely sure that he has a laptop. So, yes. But beyond that, that's where so what? So a guy has a laptop. What? Well, there's stuff on there. Okay, what? What stuff? It's damning, I'll tell you that. What? What is it that's damning? The stuff that's on the laptop. You're not listening to me, bro. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Holy shit. Oh my God, it's ridiculous. So, further, the outlet reported that the Bush White House supposedly used a private email server that the Republican National Committee owned, claiming that not only were millions of emails lost, but that there were email system blackouts, as well as some periods when the Vice President Dick Cheney had no record of archived emails at all. Yeah, because you know what this is. They had to like mention Dick Cheney because I don't really feel like he had anything to do with anything they were saying right there, but they had to like mention Dick Cheney because that's just like a point of contention for them now. They hear that fucking Cheneys. I fucking hate all the Cheneys, those sons of bitches. That fucking daughter, Liz. Ugh, I hate her so much. And her dad's probably an asshole too. Yeah. When will they investigate and prosecute Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, George Bush, and look into what took place with George Bush's father and the warehouse of documents headed by Barack Hussein Obama? Trump remarked last week. Oh, I didn't do the voice. That's right. Nobody can seem to answer that question. Yeah, because it's a stupid fucking question, man. Like, you need, like, the evidence to demonstrate that any of that stuff is actually fucking real before we start bending over backwards to be like, okay, this is why they weren't prosecuted. Oh, God. Obama lost a few things, too, except for the presidency. That was Trump. Okay. Former President Barack Obama's administration reportedly fumbled the ball a few times when it came to properly transferring records to the National Archives. A 2018 report from Real Clear Politics. Oh my good God. Okay, here's another source I've got to click on. So, oh boy. Okay, it's another one of these email bomb levels of ad space web pages. It's based. Oh my God. Every time they do this, I picture that. I can't think of what I think it was like a famous artist like Van Gogh, or not Van Gogh, Dali, Salvador Dali, where like everybody's got a gun to their head and it's like in a circle, you know, it's like in a big circle and they're all pointing the gun at each other's heads, you know, and it's just like that, but with like right-wing propaganda. They just keep pointing to each other as sources until it gets back around to the fact, you know, that's what I'm picturing here. But so, okay, just to look at a couple of the, or just let's just do the top one. So this is the top website that came up. It's not or the article that came up. It's not ableists to wonder if Fetterman can do his job. Like, that's the problem here. Yeah, and if you're not familiar, Fetterman is the Democrat running against Dr. fucking Oz. And, man, he's been kicking the fuck out of him because Dr. Oz is an idiot and demonstrates repeatedly that he is not a people's guy. You know, he's not this populist person like he's trying to act like he is. So, from Real Clear Politics, in parentheses, it says RCP. Why do they do that? I always wondered that. Like, you know, like people are gonna hold on. I don't understand what Real Clear Politics is. I need a shorthand. Do you have a shorthand? And then I'll be able to understand it. So it's RCP in parentheses. Revealed that when David Ferrario, the then archivist of the U.S., was moving the Obama administration's records into the archives, he realized that an enormous number of records were missing. And then, this is so weird. Okay, so then, like, in the middle of this article is an advertisement from Twitter, from the RSBN Twitter, of basically the exact same article, just slightly worded slightly different. Like, I'm looking at this article, it's crazy. It's like the exact same article, just slightly reworded. Wow. Trump slams double standard in classified document treatments between presidents. Like, it's the same thing, but it's like that's not the headline of this article. It was like this one is different. So it's like the RCP, the Real Clear Politics, whatever. That is the RCP. Report alleged that Obama's administration destroyed government records despite Obama's move in 2014 to sign the 1950 Presidential and Federal Records Act amendments that would supposedly safeguard digital classified records from being removed without authorization. Again, this has been reported. Their source is garbage here. Real Clear Politics is not a reliable source at all. It's complete propaganda. And there's no, I don't even know what they're misunderstanding to be able to prove that it's like stupid and wrong. But I'm sure they're just misunderstanding a little thing or acting like they misunderstand a little thing so that they can sell their narrative here. That's how this works. That's how they get away with this. The report stated, and yet the accumulation of recent congressional testimony has made it clear that the Obama administration itself engaged in the wholesale destruction and loss of tens of thousands of government records covered under the act, as well as the intentional evasion of the government records recording system by engaging in private email exchanges. Trump has also claimed, and claimed is in blue, like that's a source. This is so fucking weird. Who does that? Here's Trump's claim right here. Check it out. He actually did claim this. like that's some sort of fucking win. Here's our source. Boom. Booyah. Nailed it. Jesus Christ. That Barack Hussein Obama moved more than 20 truckloads of over 33 million pages of documents, both classified and unclassified, to a poorly built, totally unsafe. Yeah, this is Trump. And that's all you had to say right there. You didn't have to link it. I could tell this is Trump now. Totally unsafe. It's the most unsafe. Totally. A furniture store located in a rather bad neighborhood in Chicago. Yeah, that's so obviously a claim from Trump. You know that Trump lies a lot, right? You get that, right? Right, article? Do you understand that? Oh, God. Like, we're supposed to take Trump's word for it. You want me to? He literally changed, like, where a hurricane was supposed to go because he made a simple mistake and he drew it on with Sharpie and was like, look, see, that's the original. Yeah, he's not a liar at all, you fucking idiots. Regarding government records and email, the bottom line is obvious. Former presidents are generally free to do as they wish. No, they're not. They're not free to break the law. They're not free to take classified and compartmentalized information home. They're just, and the crazy thing is, you haven't even claimed that they did that. You're just casting doubt and saying that, look, there's these discrepancies for these past presidents, therefore they all did the exact same thing. And it's just, that's a non sequitur that doesn't logically follow that, you know, because of these blackouts or whatever the fuck else, you know, and these claims from Trump, that then that means that they all took fucking, you know, classified documents home. That's not how this works. God, they're so stupid. In 1978, the Presidential Records Act was established, which, per the National Archives, changed the legal ownership of the official records of the president from private to public, and established a new statutory structure under which presidents and subsequently NARA, N-A-R-A, must manage the records of their administrations. So that's the Presidential Records Act. I'm not really sure what that's what the point of that is supposed to be. I guess saying that, you know, it's okay, he's allowed to fuck with his own records. I'm not really sure, but I don't think that's true. Via Newsweek, the PRA essentially, that's at least a decent source. Finally, Newsweek, that's at least somewhat reliable. They're at least going to put their sources in blue letters and not themselves. The PRA essentially required all presidential and vice presidential records starting in 1981 during the Reagan administration to be preserved. However, former presidential administrations reportedly did not always comply with the PRA in terms of preserving their emails, as demonstrated in the case of the Bush White House. Okay, again, not having these are not the same things. Like, not like, you know, having emails to put in the archives is not the same thing as having super duper fucking classified documents at your goddamn house. How do you not get this? This is insane. What the fuck? These people are so stupid. Wow. If Trump's claims, for example, that Obama did indeed remove documents to a private location in Chicago that was poorly built and, quote, totally unsafe, are true, they're not, because Trump said it. You might as well just already assume that it's some stupid lie he just made up in his head. Then why hasn't Obama been scrutinized as heavily as Trump has for removing classified documents? I don't know. Maybe it's that there's no actual evidence that that's the case. It's just one fucking psycho liar said so. No, they knew that the documents had been taken, man. They each had their own locker. They each had their own place. Okay? And all they had to do was look for a couple seconds. Oh, hey, the super duper classified, compartmentalized information stuff is fucking missing from the vault that we have. Fucking idiot. It's not the same thing. They could have had it, in quotes, documents, anytime they wanted. And that includes long, in all caps, ago. Trump stated in August. All they had to do was ask, all caps, all caps, all caps. Why didn't the Justice Department ask? I'm sure they fucking did. They fucking did. Why are you trusting this idiot's words? He lies about everything. Half of this is just like, but Trump said, no. So they're lying. They're all wrong. The entire Justice Department is lying because Trump can't possibly be lying. That's just, now that's what's crazy, saying that Trump would lie about such. Come on. So why didn't the Justice Department ask? Why did they find it necessary to raid the home of the former president, who, broadly speaking, should enjoy the same treatment of privilege and power to declassify documents as any other president that came before him? Again, you have to do that when you're still president. And you can't do it secretly. You have to actually say out loud, while you're president, all this stuff is declassified. But I don't even feel like that makes sense, because this is, and see, I remember like back in the day, you know, when Trump was still, or it was like just when Trump was leaving, there was a lot of like the different departments were like really scared about, you know, the information Trump had now, you know, because he's seriously like, he was clearly like to just walk right over all the rules, and act like they didn't exist, right? So it's kind of funny that that they were kind of like, oh shit, he's probably gonna take some fucking records with him and shit. Like they almost knew that was gonna happen, and so they pretty much just checked right away, when they got in there, and like, yep, who to thunk, the fucking vault that has all these fucking super, these really, really classified, compartmentalized information documents. All their individual like vaults are all empty. Yep, he took them. Clinton, Bush, and Obama were never substantially criticized, severely legally attacked, or questioned for taking documents with them when they left the White House. You didn't even claim that they did that. It's crazy how you can like do this cognitive dissonance thing. You never even said that they took the documents. All they're doing here is they're trying to destabilize the narrative by saying, hey, this stuff is missing, therefore they had to have taken it. That you didn't even claim that they took it. But then now you're saying that that's so obvious that they did. It's crazy the leaps that these things can make. Unbelievable. This duplicitous treatment from the Justice Department sadly demonstrates a chilling double standard of political deference that has left Americans' trust in the U.S. justice system in tatters. And that is the full article right there. Unbelievable. Wow. This one was fun for me, though. I got to say, I was, as I was reading through it, I was just like, wow, this is just, it's crazy to me that people on the right can read shit like this and actually think that it's actually, that it's legitimate. Like that this is like a good article, that this is like reasonable to believe, when all of their sources basically point to themselves, either themselves or like some other like crazy right-wing news source that's just ridiculous. It's just unbelievable. They literally put themselves right there, RSBN, as a source at the end. Here, if you don't believe us, check us with us. So stupid. Oh, man. And then the fact that you can like literally click on the same article within the article, basically, that's just slightly, it's just slightly reworded, and it's this repetition thing. It's like I swear to God, it's like fucking church. Like you can believe crazy, ridiculous things as long as it's repeated back to you as often and by somebody, often enough by someone who really seems like they know what they're talking about and believe it fervently. As long as you have that sort of relationship with reality, where you can like live in reality, right? You can see the animals don't talk, right? But this guy on the stage, well then, that you see twice a week that you really, really trust. You love this guy. He's, it's a great teacher, and he even makes sure that the music is good too. So it's got to be true, right? That's how you know. That's how you know that they're really talking for God here, because the music and the teaching is good, right? That's how you determine what's true. Anyway, like as long as you got a place like that you go to, and you go twice a week, Sunday and Wednesday, right? And you're just re-brainwashing yourself every single time, and that's why they're always like so hardcore about making sure that you get there every single time they talk. Like, oh, we didn't see you last week. Everybody will do that. They'll literally like crowd. Where were you last week, huh? Would you sleep in? Well, what about Wednesday night, huh? That's at night, okay? Don't tell me you slept in for that one, okay, bucko? Bucko. They do that, and that's because they know that anybody that stops listening to this shit over and over and over again for even just a couple weeks, it does not take long for you to go, oh man, reality's different than what that fucking crazy guy on the stage keeps saying super confidently. That God's in control of all of this shit and this, that, and the other thing. And that animals can talk and stuff. I've been trying to talk to my cat, and it never talks back. But he totally said its story about how a donkey made a fool out of the guy riding him. Yeah, it's this brainwash via repetition thing. I swear to God. Like, I remember, I'm not going to say who, but there was like somebody in my life that I'm very close with who is religious, and I have lots of conversations with. They know I'm an atheist, and we have, we're really close, but we still are, coming from different belief systems, right? And I remember them saying the one time, they were like, yeah, but I go there once a week or twice a week to have the Holy Spirit wash over my mind. Those were the words they used. Wash over my mind. And I was just like, wow, you don't hear it? You didn't hear that. You said it, but you didn't hear it. Like, and it was crazy to me. I'm just like, how do you not get that you're literally brainwashing yourself on purpose because you want to live in a reality where your family's traditions are all real? But they're not. So that's why you got to sit there and keep, they're real. It's like this isn't happening in like movies and stuff, where it's something crazy. And, most of the time in actuality, no, it actually isn't happening because this is a movie. You're in a movie, bro. It's not actually happening. It's made up. But, that does make it seem kind of real because you're just like, oh, that's exactly what I would say. Because I'd be like, oh, this isn't real. There's a leprechaun chasing me with a fucking trying to kill me or whatever in a lawnmower car or whatever the fuck. Jesus. Yeah. But man, these articles, they're fun. And I promise, like, from now on, I'm going to try to keep it more just like Christian articles from whenever. I'm not trying to do stuff that's current affairs. I want it to be so that you guys can listen to the show at any time, no matter what's going on in reality, in politics and things like that, and listen to the show and laugh and have fun. That's the point. I don't want to do like topical shit, like where it's like you have to be listening to it currently, right? I really want you to just be able to show up anytime, and just listen and have fun. But I did think this was a good one. Good. I just, that the, just because the algorithm has no idea what I am, they're just so confused. So I keep constantly getting this propaganda stuff, from the right. It's amazing, and it's funny how, just reading these articles, you're just like getting into the headspace of these people, and it's just, it's so clear that they're like needling at the fact that they know that this guy Trump is a cult leader, right? Because they can just link they can just link as a source to the word claimed by Donald Trump, and that's as good as a source to these fucking people. That's incredible. Honestly, that is fascinating to me. That would never work on the left. They wouldn't just be like, but Clinton said, like, it would not work. We'd be like, anybody can say something. Like, we need like evidence, like actual solid evidence that this stuff is true. And then the fact that they're not even claiming that those other presidents did the same thing. They're just sort of suggesting it through basically just the destabilization of the story, right? Of the known narrative, right? As long as you can destabilize that narrative, then you can basically make up whatever you want and put it in there. It's literally the fucking argument from personal incredulity. It's just make an argument for why it couldn't possibly be that, and then say that it's your thing that's actually the truth. It's like what every flat earth argument is. I don't understand the science. Oh, how could that be? How could it orbit? You're telling me that, these satellites are orbiting the planet, but we don't lose reception. What about when it's on the other side of the planet? Come on. This is ridiculous. That's literally like no, they're in orbit, which means they spin with the, never mind. Just forget it. It's like trying to explain. It reminds me that there's this debate on the show. I really do like watching debates and conversations between different opposing viewpoints. And there's this debate that Aaron Ra does with a flat earth idiot. And this guy is just such a jack off. He's such a jerk, man. And he's just talking down to Aaron and everything, you know, just being this dick. And like, you know, Aaron's just like, just present your model of how everything works together. Like, you know, I can present you the model of, you know, of like how all this stuff works, like what orbit is, like how that links to like gravity and all these other, like I can show you that all these different sciences work together to prove the narrative or the model that we have as a working model for how the planets work and all that sort of thing, like, right? And he's like, so just present me with your model. And this dude's just talking down to him. No, Aaron. He keeps on doing like that. And finally, it was so funny. Aaron just like had a fucking enough. And he just gets up and leaves. He's like, I told you that you need to have just like a couple basic things in order for me to debate you. You said you had them and you didn't. So I'm fucking out of here. And he just gets up and leaves. And it's so funny because the moderator guy, I think his name is like James, it's a modern day debate. He's just like looks so confused, like, oh, is he coming back? Like he was looking at something else or something. I think he was probably looking at the chats. And he's like, oh shit, where did Aaron go? Is he coming back? And the other guy's like, I don't think he's coming back. And it's like, it's just so funny because yeah, and I get why he did that too, because it's like, there's almost no point in talking to these people. You know, I as much as I enjoy these debate shows, certain things like the flat earth, you know, and shit like that, it's almost, you almost want to say, fuck it, I never want to talk to these people. They're too goddamn stupid. And they're too pompous in their stupidity, you know, and it's just frustrating to talk to them. But these people do exist. They exist in reality. Here's the thing. Online reality is not actual reality. Like in reality, we interact with people that have different beliefs from us all the fucking time. I work with a guy who's a Christian. Really, really nice guy. And he's kind of conservative and has some viewpoints about women and stuff that I vehemently disagree with. But I work with the guy and we get along and we have discussions about this kind of stuff a lot. And I present my side and he presents his side. And I honestly do think that I might be moving him a little bit farther to the left to like understand like our position a little bit more and get him to empathize with women and stuff like that. So I don't know. I get like where people are coming from where like I can't engage with these people. Like I get that. Like, and that's fine. If you're like that, you know, more power to you. I get it. But those of us that do that, you know, I don't think it's a bad thing, you know, necessarily. I think maybe there can be bad unintended consequences at times, you know, because if you do badly in a debate or something like that, then it can come out like not, you know, looking bad for your side, which can be, you know, not good for all the people that would watch that, right? But that's again another reason why we need really good, you know, people that are good at these discussions that have a lot of facts at their disposal that can argue for the side of the progressives. You know, we need people on that side making those arguments, because if we get rid of that, if we're like, don't ever even talk to them, then you've just eliminated all the left-wing voices or the leftist voices. I don't know what the left wing would be necessarily, but you're just getting rid of all the voices. So then it's just the right wing arguing with people that are further right wing, or maybe like a centrist arguing with the craziest right wing. I don't know, you know. But you wouldn't have a left versus right discussion if we were just all like, stop talking to these fucking idiots. We have to live in reality. We have to live with these people. We might as well figure out how to talk to them. And hopefully we can move some of these folks farther to the left and hopefully get them out to vote in that particular way, you know? But hey, thank you so much for listening. This has been Unapologetics. Again, I am Brentley, your host of hosts. That's it. And what do we say to the haters, discriminators, and masturbator shamers? Fuck off.